This week, we are going to add more ULTY shares. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video, we're going to talk about our plans for the upcoming week. And if you're new to this channel, this is an income generating account where our goal is to generate at least $600 every single week through selling cash secured puts, selling covered calls, and collecting high yield dividends from ULTY and now TSYY. So, first plan for the week, we're going to sell some options. When you sell a cash secured put, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. We have one contract set to expire Friday, TSLL $12 put. That means we agreed to buy TSLL for 12 bucks. We got paid $63. It's currently trading at $13.39. If this pulls back down below 12, we will roll the position. And when we roll the position, we are changing our expiration date from this Friday to 30 to 60 days in the future. We will get paid another credit. We got paid $63 just to agree to buy it. So easy money there. We'll continue to sell options. And then we're going to take that option premium and reinvest it into ULTY and TSYY. We just received $363 of ULTY dividends on Friday. We are going to take those dividends and invest them into TSYY. We currently have 79 shares of TSYY, get another 30 there, and that'll put us over 100 shares of TSYY. We're trying to get to 500 shares, and then once we hit 500 shares of TSYY, we're going to get 500 shares of SMCY. We are using ULTY to build up other income generators, and we're using selling options, which is my favorite way to generate income, and we're investing that premium into ULTY. So all the income generation is working towards each other. So let's talk about ULTY real quick. And before we do that, I do want to give a shout out to my Premium Generals. $10 a month. The Premium Generals group have quite a few videos in there. Private videos on option trading, making it easier to understand, credit spreads, portfolio goals, the trades I'm making, ideas bouncing off one another. So I think $10 a month, I think it's a pretty good move. And I'd love to have you in there. We love to grow as a community. The more people in there, the more ideas we can bounce around. And if you're somebody that wants a little bit more in-depth one-on-one coaching on selling options, understanding the terminology, I do have a Fiverr. I will put that link in the description below. Check out my reviews on there. I think it's very beneficial. Like I said, it's much more customizable, more in-depth. But I recommend getting started with the Premium Generals, learn a little bit, and then join Fiverr, learn a little bit more. But either way, just leaving likes, subscribing, and commenting goes a long way in helping the channel grow. I appreciate you so much. Now let's jump back into the big dog, ULTY. Okay, ULTY, we have 4,058 shares total. Like I said, we just got paid out $363, and we sold a covered call against it. We agreed to sell it. When you sell a covered call, you're agreeing to sell the stock for that predetermined price. In this situation, $5.50, I'm agreeing to sell it for that amount. And because I did that, I got paid $100 in premium, which is pretty awesome. I don't believe ULTY is going to go back above the 550. And even if it does, it's going to stay right around there. In order for those shares to get called away, it'd have to go higher. It would probably have to go to like $5.65, $5.70 for me to get called away until expiration, or if I would get called away early. Now, if it's at 550 at expiration, I will roll the position out another month, get paid probably another $100 in credit. So what I'm trying to do with ULTY is generate as much income as I can as quickly as I can. I do not believe ULTY is a very long-term play. That's just my personal opinion, not financial advice, just my personal opinion. Always remember my trades are my opinions, and they shouldn't be taken as financial advice. But with ULTY, I do not think this is a long-term move, but I think you can generate a lot of income utilizing dividends, dollar cost averaging, and selling options on it. So I sold 20 contracts. 20 contracts is 2,000 shares to get an extra $100 for the month. I could sell the other 20 contracts because, again, 200 or 20 contracts is 2,000 shares because every contract is 100 shares. So I could sell another 20 and collect another $100, that's $200 for the month in revenue on top of the dividends. That's pretty good money, especially if you don't believe ULTY is going to shoot up. And the way the strategy works is their upside is limited because of their collared cover call strategy. So they're not going to rise way up anyway. Now, what does worry me a little bit is the downside. ULTY over the last month has went from 608 down to 549, which is about a 10% drop in the month, which you compare that to some of the other stocks, that's nothing. But when it's already only $6 and now 547, a 10% drop is a little bit more impactful. But I still believe in it. I still believe in this ETF. I still believe that you can maximize your income, generate tons of cash from it, but be careful with what you do with those distributions. I recommend, again, personal opinion, I recommend some you invest back into it because you need a dollar cost average and you need to get paid out more in dividends. But what I'm doing is I'm taking the majority, if not all, of the dividend payout and investing it into another income generator. Then I'm going to take this dividend payout and that dividend payout once I have those 500 shares. 500 shares should get me right around $100 a week from TSYY. My goal is to get 10 other stocks that pay out weekly to get me $1,000 payout each week in 10 different stocks outside of ULTY, and I want to use ULTY to grow those accounts. So I'm using option selling income to invest into ULTY, using ULTY then to invest into the other ones, TSYY. Next is going to be SMCY. YBIT, it's really drawing me in, but they only paid at 34 cents last month. So it's a really, or 27 cents. So it's a really low payout, disappointing in that. I want to see what they do next month, but YBIT is definitely on my radar. So that's kind of my plans on how I'm going to continue to grow this account income-wise. The share value price is always going to look a little bit down because ULTY is just going to keep pulling down. So I'm generating income, using that to grow my portfolio income-wise. That's why I don't pay too much attention to the share total value because, again, I'm generating income, but the stocks, the ETFs, they're going down. And also, don't forget, I do borrow from this account. One of the things I used to borrow this account is get my real estate license, which is actually working out pretty well for me so far. And signed up for a coding course that starts in December. I'm so excited for that. Learn how to do Python. I have a basic understanding, but it would be a lot more in detail. Bought a shirt press, things like that. And another project I invested in from money I borrowed from this account could be paying off here pretty soon. And if it does, I'm going to add a few $1,000s from that into the account. We'll see if it actually pays out. But full transparency, if the investment that I borrowed from this account does pay out, I'll be able to put about $20,000 into this account from that investment. Again, that investment is not finalized. Nothing's full on the table, but it's just potential there. And I bring that up because when you borrow from your income generator to create other income generations, it allows you to have a ton of different streams of income. And I think that's the best way to be successful in this world. Find as many income streams as you can. But with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I look forward to this upcoming week. Let's continue to grow together. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one.